In today's society, we are engulfed in a world of social media. Everywhere we go, people are constantly on their phones instead of engaging with each other, or they're discussing topics that are trending online. So I interviewed a few members on the cheerleading team to see what their favorite social media sites were and why.
I have them all. I have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Spotify.
I have Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. That's pretty much all I use.
I have a Snapchat, an Instagram, and a Pinterest.
I have Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, there's Instagram. I think Gig counts. Yeah, that's all I have.
Snapchat, for sure. I thought it was Facebook at first, but then I realized that I was on Snapchat on my phone whenever I said that. So it's definitely Snapchat. Because it's so much fun. Basically, I'm like taking selfies of myself and like, hey, how you doing? And you know, like that's how you. That's what I said.
Most. Instagram. Why? It's fun, creative, lots of pictures. It's easy to scroll. Funny captions. It's a good way to connect with friends from home and school.
I use Instagram the most.
Why?
I like to use Instagram because it's like pictures, so it's like you can like see people and it's a lot cooler than just like random messages and stuff like that.
Use the most. Definitely Snapchat.
Why?
I think it's the easiest to use. You can literally just take a picture and send it to someone and keep up to date with other people's lives just by hitting all the stories. They're all in one place.
I would say there's like 1 hour of the day total that I'm not using social media, unless I'm like actually doing something. So like if I'm, you know, like cheering at a game or in class, sometimes. If I'm like at work, I like can't use it. But if I could, I would be using it.
Oh gosh, how many hours? Combined, I'd probably say like 3 hours a day. I don't know, it's hard to tell because it's like on and off.
That day, probably like 50 times, like on a loaded end.
No.
Not even a full day.
I mean, I literally told you that my phone broke one time and I carried my laptop around with me so I could still get text messages because I needed to text somebody.
Yeah. I could go one day, but not a week. I don't think.
I did once. That was a rough day. Felt so lonely.
So the difference between an active and passive audience has to do with the way the audience is involved in the media. An active audience does not only receive information from the media, but they are actively involved in it, often unconsciously, but in a sense of the message within the personal and social context. But a passive audience does not actively engage in the media and does not question the message that the media is sending. So what I have discovered is that my interviewees are an active audience. Not only did they use multiple social media sites, but they all used them for a different reason. As just like the one boy who talked about how he used Snapchat to have fun and talk to his friends, and another girl said that she used Snapchat so she could connect with people that she didn't go to school with anymore because she could see what they were doing on their stories. 2 people told me they like to use Instagram because they get to see different pictures of people as opposed to just seeing different posts and messages that they post on like Facebook, and they can connect to a wide variety of people, not only here in St. Louis, but also back home. I would say that both the media consumer and the media producer have equal power in some situations. The media producer makes sure that they make a product that we are going to want to buy into, and they also portray messages of what they want us to believe and want us to think. And sometimes when they portray things like on social media, it's not exactly true. But as media consumers, we buy into that and we make sure that we continue to use these products, and as you can see with my interviewees, they spend multiple times a day on social media.